Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abel and welcome back to Local to Global with Ferencváros on FM22. Second leg of our Europa League round of 16 tie today. We're against Chelsea. We're at home. We have a chance. We drew 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. If we win this game, we're through to the quarterfinals where we will most likely take on Benfica unless they get overturned by Club Brugge. But beating Chelsea is a tall order even at home. So we'll do our best. We've got a chance after avoiding defeat away from home in the first leg. But we'll see how things go. As always, if you're enjoying the series, drop a like, leave comments, subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on, and let's jump into it. Can we get ourselves a famous win here in the Europa League? So last episode we saw the draw and we ended up with Chelsea, and I wasn't feeling too optimistic honestly, but we managed to avoid defeat at Stamford Bridge. We did go behind after Joseph Adu put the ball in his own net, an unfortunate own goal to concede, but we then equalised with Muguruza in the 78th minute and we got a draw in England. So today, second leg at home, if we win then we're through. As simple as that. Benfica are 3-0 up over Club Brugge, but they're playing in Belgium, so that could get overturned. We'll have to wait and see how things go there. Unfortunately, off camera, we faced Kisvada away from home and had easily our worst performance of the season. We just got completely run off the pitch. It was goalless after an hour, but we really struggled to create chances, and they were conceded after 66 minutes, with Diego getting the first goal for the home side. We did manage to get an equalising goal, Kobalin overturning the defender and putting the ball in for Vogelsama to easily tap in. So we did equalise just a couple of minutes after going behind. But with 10 minutes to go, we went behind again. It was Suarez exchanging the ball with Crespo here. And then eventually Suarez with the ball in. And Dibut saved it. And then Kajic, I don't know what he was doing there, but it was an absolute mess. Then in the 91st minute, a set piece went in. Soika got the goal there and it was 3-1. And then we even conceded a fourth in the 96th minute. Pavkov with the header. Dibut saved it. It fell straight back to the centre forward. And it was a fourth. Easily the worst we played all season. Tiredness was absolutely a factor because, of course, we'd played Chelsea midweek and we had a lot of problems in midfield and we had injuries. So it wasn't the best scenario to be in, but we really should have done better than we did. It was just poor, really. Worst we played all season by far. And that's our third defeat of the league season. So that does close the gap between us and Kisvada to just 16 points. But we do have a game in hand and, you know, things are going well. We've got 9 games to go. So there's 27 points to play for. We're 16 clear. I think 3 more wins and we'll seal the title. So we should have plenty of games to spare. But today is about Chelsea and the Europa League round of 16. We win and we're through to the quarterfinals, but it's going to be a very, very difficult second leg. We're going to put out the strongest team we can once again. We had to rotate a lot for the league match, so we're going to try and get the best side we can out. And this is the side we're going to go with. Dibut's in goal. Sajovic is going to play today, even though he's probably not fully fit, but hopefully he'll be okay. He's with Tolinson, Adu and Kinkses in that back four. Kobalin, Loncha and Muguruza that midfield three. Univar staying on the left-hand side with Djurdjevic on the right and John up top. We don't really have another option for the left-hand side. Zubkov still not really quite fit to play, so yeah, Univar's going to play out there for a moment. Boros could be an option though, but he's very tired as well. So it's going to be Univar as that inverted winger. Hasn't really done too well, but we don't really have a lot of options other than that. But let's see how things go. We need a win. Hopefully we can get it. Looks like a few changes in the Chelsea side. Fabinho's playing. Pulisic, Havertz. So I think they've changed around a few bits and pieces. Musiala plays for them as well. And as I mentioned last time, Ruud Gullit's back in charge. First, it's his second spell. The first one being back in like 1995. We don't really have anything to lose. It was a really good job in the first leg to avoid defeat. So we'll see if we can win, but it's going to be a difficult one. Mendy with a long clearance. And here's Romelu Lukaku, who I think has done a lot better in the game for Chelsea than he has in real life. One of the worst transfers of all time, surely, in real life, Lukaku. Going back on a 10 million loan spell after, what, £100 million deal. But, you know, this is FM. It's a completely different thing. Here's Pulisic, and still is looking like it's going to be through on goal here. And it's taken, well, 2.5 minutes for Chelsea to overturn the 1-goal deficit. Actually, take a lead. It's 2-1 because we avoided defeat, didn't we? It was a draw. So that it might be the start of a very long day, a long evening. You know, beating Chelsea at all even at home, is going to be difficult. So we'll do what we can. I'm not optimistic, but let's see. I've gone with the same thing we did last time. They're exploiting the right-hand side and running at the defence to avoid trying to pass so much. So we're going with a similar sort of, tactic that we did against Chelsea last time. Hopefully we can get a goal and get back into the game. But here's Nets and here's Pulisic. And that's a good ball for Steele. And the man scored again. I think he's onside. VAR's going to check this, but I didn't see anything wrong with that. And Chelsea are now 2-0 up on the night, 3-1 up on aggregate in the 21st minute. Goal's been given. Very rarely are these overturned. It was a really good delivery by Pulisic, actually, with the right foot as well. It was really good. Steele got away from the defence, and it was a pretty easy finish for him, really. So now we've got a huge mountain to climb. We've got to get 2 goals to get back into the game. There's still lots of time left, and there might be a chance here. Djordjevic to John. Here's Moggi, and John's through again here, and it's again saved by Mendy. We had a couple of chances like that in the first leg, and we didn't take them, and that's gonna cost us. Steele with a free kick, and it struck the post. Almost a hat-trick in the first half there for Steele, who we did highlight last game. At half-time, we are 2-0 down at home, 3-1 down on aggregate. We've actually had more shots and shots on target, and a better XG as well. We've actually had a couple of chances. Unfortunately, they haven't really gone our way. Dibbert's with a low rating because he's conceded a couple of goals. Kobolin hasn't really done too well. We just haven't really been able to do what we usually do. I'm going to go attacking though. We're going to try and get some more bodies up there and just go for a bit of desperation. Try and get a goal. We're going to work the ball in. I'm going to bump up that line of engagement. I'm going to close down a bit more. Just a little bit of desperation out there. And I'm going to fire up as we go into the second half. And let's see if we can get ourselves back into this tie. We need a couple of goals, which it's going to be difficult, but let's see what we can do. I'm actually going to take off Kobolin in a minute because he really hasn't done well at all. We are going to do that now. Lots of 6.3s out there. We just haven't really done too well. Feder de Jong is going to come on, and I'm also going to take off Univar and put John on the left-hand side and Vogelsama up front. Double change just to try and, mix things up and try and get something. We haven't played badly tonight, but we've just conceded 2 goals at the other end, which is unfortunate. But 61st minute of the game, Shavic with a throw-in hit to Lonchar. Can we get ourselves back into this game? No, we've given it away again. And here's Steele. And it's a good cross, but headed away by Adu and nailed it on further by Djordjevic. But Vogelsama was very much isolated up there, all by himself. And here's Romelu Lukaku to wrench. Musiala. Lukaku facing away from goal, finds Joaquin Correa. Good save there by Dibberts. Looking for Vogelsama. He finds him, but it doesn't find Kelvin John, unfortunately. And it's forward again by Edouard Mendy. Steele wins the ball in the air, but Dibberts will hold on to this one again and try and send it long again. Come on. Bit of direct football. Vogelsama heads it down for John. That's a great ball for Moggi, and oh my goodness, he's hit the post. Going very attacking. Just desperation times here. Just see what we can do. 68th minute. What do we do in terms of changes? Do you know what? 3 strikers. We're putting 3 up top. We're going to make our last change in the back. Tollinson's, getting very tired out there, so Ballard's going to come on. We need a goal and we're making changes at the back, but it's all about fitness, really. But we've really, had a good effort in this tie to avoid defeat at Stamford Bridge. That's an impressive result. But unfortunately, here at home, we just haven't managed to do what we need to do. Wrench has got lots of space out wide here. Could be a third for Chelsea. It's Steele, who is still on that hat-trick. Havertz to Nico. Christensen, who's moved to Barcelona in real life, of course. Was out of contract to Chelsea. Here is Christensen. He's a long way forward, and if that's not a defender, that's 3-0. 10 minutes to go in what's looking like a 2-0 loss here, but hell of an effort. Look at the XG, 1.89. I'm amazed we haven't scored in this second leg, because it's been a hell of an effort. I've been really impressed. I mean, to get this far even, to win our Europa League group, that's impressive. I think we've done really well in Europe this season. It's our first real spell in Europe. Of course, we had some qualifying matches when we were in Gibraltar, but didn't really get very far. This is our first real foray into Europe, and I think it's a good showing by us and by the team. I'm really pleased with how they've done. To win the group and to put up a fight against Chelsea. I think they've done a fantastic job. And it's, you know, it makes me optimistic for what we can do next season. If we going to win the league, then of course we'll be in Champions League qualifying again. There might be a chance to actually make it into the Champions League groups, get a bunch of money with that. You know, it's a bright future for these guys. And, you know, I don't think we're going to leave this season. I think we're going to try and do another year with these guys and see what we can do with them. And Chelsea looking for a third there, but just around the post by Kai Havertz. And that's going to be the end of our Europa League run for this season, but a hell of an effort. It was a 2-0 defeat at home against Chelsea, but to avoid defeat at Stamford Bridge and to give the game to them here as well, we out-XG'd them at home. Like, that's good. It's a hell of an effort. Early goals by Jelani Steele, sealing our fate. But other than that, they couldn't get that third goal past us. But you know what? I'm very, very happy with how we've done there. We got £1 million for that. That's pretty good. Benfica with a draw in Belgium, so they would have been our opponents had we got through. But they will be taking on Chelsea. Any surprises? Arsenal overturning the deficit against Monaco. Young Boys knocking out Porto. That's a bit of a surprise, isn't it? 5-3 aggregate win there. AC Milan knocking out Ajax on penalties. Atalanta 6-0 shutout of PSV. That's pretty mad. Spurs losing in Denmark but winning on aggregate. And Ostender, a 3-3 draw in Germany. They knock out Eintracht Frankfurt. Ostender seem to be an underrated side, you know. They're doing well. We are going to play one more game today. We've got an away game against MTK Budapest just to give you guys something else to see in the video. And then after that, I think we'll jump ahead towards the end of the season. Just to, you know, wrap up the league title, because there's not going to be much more to play for, really. We've got a cup semi-final and hopefully a final coming soon. But, you know, hopefully sometime in April we will win the league with a few games to spare. I think 3 more wins should do it. So hopefully we can actually wrap up the title soon. Just a bit of youth news. We did have our youth intake at the start of March. I forgot to mention it last video. It wasn't amazing. Our best player was probably this guy, Zombor Siku. He's a left winger. His first touch is good. His passing isn't too bad. He's got a bit of athleticism about him speed-wise. He's very brave as well, but unambitious personality. The best potential in the youth intake, definitely. And then Roland Kadard, another top talent. He's a centre-forward. He's only got 9 finishing at the moment, but hopefully that'll improve with time. And again, very unambitious. So it wasn't a terrible youth intake, but we've definitely had better. Of course, the Mechelen one was the one that we, you know, had last season, and that brought us Felicie and Denis. MTK up next. Hopefully we can get a better result than our last league game. Easily our worst performance of the season so far. Univar is out with a calf injury, so I think it's going to have to be Zubkov that plays. And okay, I've actually quick picked, and this is what it's given us. So, you know, I kind of like it. Zubkov on the right, Boros on the left, Djordjevic back up top, Kajic, Lean and Fernandez in the midfield 3, Shavic, Katona, Ballard, Almaski along the back line. So this is what we'll go with. We've got a few players back, but others have now, you know, been pulled out due to injury again. Hopefully Boros can actually stay injury free through the end of the season now, because it's been frustrating when I keep losing him. But here we go, away against MTK. We suffered a pretty bad defeat last time around in the league, so hopefully this one goes better. 22 minutes, throw in here with Shavic. And here's Koberlin back to Adam Katona. Shavic with the ball back again here. Looking to go into the middle. That's a good ball for Zubkov. And the header, well, we'll find Marfea in the goal. Seem to be struggling for possession in this one. Lots of the ball for MTK. And this was the story in our last game as well. Just didn't seem to be able to play the game we usually play. I just don't really know what's happened at the moment. We just seem to have not lost form so much because we've only lost 1 game. But we're definitely not the same as we used to be. Although we've had 5 shots, 4 on target in this first half. It's going to be goalless as we go into half time. But hopefully we can get, you know, 3 points in this one, because we ain't dropped a lot of points this season. We've lost 3 games, but I think we've only had 1 draw. So, you know, hopefully we can keep the wins coming before the end of the season and try and win that title as quickly as we can. But second half, still waiting for a goal. Let's go. We are attacking. We're working the ball in. We're trying to do what we can, but it just isn't falling right for us at the moment. I don't know why. Boros hasn't really done too much today, so he's going to come off. I'm seeming to be making early changes at the moment, and I don't know how I feel about that. Djordjevic's going to move to the right. We'll put Vogelsamba on up top. He's fine. He can do the job as well. Shazer at the corner here, 54 minutes in. Is this going to be our goal? It's not. It's away by Dominik Mulak. Here is Djordjevic. It's Kajic, who has scored his first goal for the club. Leandro Fernandez. Zubkov. Surely that's got to be a goal. No. Bad finish there. That really should have been a goal. Budapest putting it around at the back here and now sending it long, but Shavic will win that in the air. Here's Koberlin. Fernandez. That's a good ball for Velgosama. Is this going to be the goal we want? It looks like it. It's going to be checked, but it looks alright to me. I think it's 1-0. No, it's been disallowed because it's not a goal. Of course it's been disallowed. Let's see this again then. Fernandes with the through ball. Yeah, he just went a bit too early. That's unfortunate. Are we actually going to fail to score in this game? It might be the first time in the league that's happened. We didn't score against Chelsea, of course, in that second leg. But I think this might be the first time in the league that we've failed to score a goal. Unless we get one in these last sort of 30 minutes or so. We just can't seem to find a way through today. It's just been a bit frustrating today. Katona. Shajevic. Here's Zubkov. That's a good ball. But again, it's dealt with well by the defence. And they've done quite well defensively today, MTK. Let's see what we can do here. Velgosama does win that in the air. Here's Kajic. He's going to hold it up and go back to the left back. And Zubkov now. Kajic. Djordjevic. Header is over. It just hasn't gone our way today. We'll demand more. I can't believe we haven't scored. I mean, the XG is only 1. Like, our chances haven't been great. And MTK, fair play to them. They've done well today. You know, they've defended well. We just haven't been able to find our way through. What other changes we can make? Kobalin hasn't really done too much today. We're going to bring on Fede de Jong, I think. Running out of time here to try and get ourselves a goal. Otherwise, we'll be drawing a blank for the first time this season. Ballard with a header, and it's onto the roof of the net. Maffeo has kept a few out today. He's done well. The whole side has. Another corner kick. 81.5 minutes. It's Leandro Fernandes at the far post. It's headed away by Ferreira. Djordjevic is going to keep this in. Try and cross it in again maybe. No, it's Ballard. Back to Djordjevic again now. Come on, guys. Goal is needed. Surely this has got to be it. Kajic. Oh, it's well blocked. It's De Jong. It's blocked again. And it's a free kick. Someone was offside. Djordjevic was offside. You know, we've got plenty of games left. And I think we only need like 3 wins. So we will win the league. But we're going to try and get as many good performances as we can. It's a 0-0 draw. I think that's the first time in the league we've failed to score a goal. 19 shots, 9 on target. And we couldn't find the goal. I mean, unsurprisingly, it's an F against Kisvada. It was an F against Gior as well. Actually, no, we failed to score there. That was when we got absolutely FM. We had a ball in the net and it was disallowed. So no, it wasn't not the first time we've failed to score a goal. It's the second time. I think what we'll do is we'll jump ahead to the Cup semi-final next episode. One of 2 games against Budapest Honved. And then after that will be the Cup final to wrap up the season. And I think we might throw in that last league game just for good measure as well, just to wrap up the season completely. But we'll wait and see. That's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave comments, subscribe if you haven't or if you're new, turn notifications on. And yeah, next time, Cup semi-final. After that, hopefully a Cup final to wrap up the season. And we'll have another crack at Europe next season and try and get ourselves some more trophies. But that is going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.